The Chicago Bulls lose to the Phoenix Suns in an overtime thriller. Man, it is what it is, but we're going to talk about it. But you got to hear the music first. Cognac. Gang. Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I'm holding it down. I'm giving y'all another update from the Chicago Bulls game today. The Chicago Bulls faced the Phoenix Suns, and they lost in overtime, 116 to 115 to the Phoenix Suns. Man, was it a game? Was it a game? It was a great game. Hey, you seen guys come out like Kevin Durant, go ahead and give you 25. Nurkic give you 20. Grayson Allen gave the Chicago Bulls 26 points, fried hard with lemon pepper. And on the Bulls side, you seen DeMar DeRozan give you 22. Vooch give you 26. Zach LaVine give you 22. Special performances. And the MVP of the game was Alex Caruso. 31 minutes of play, 19 points, plus 24 in the plus minus, 2 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 blocks, 3 steals. Alex Caruso put on an absolute show. Unfortunately, it was in a loss. I believe in it. If you look at this game, Caruso came out and was huge off the bench for the Chicago Bulls after the Chicago Bulls started 24-6 in the first quarter against the Phoenix Suns. Then you seen that Kobe White had a pretty damn good, decent game, had 11 points on the night. But man, this is his 5th straight game with 10 plus points. And he was definitely a key part of the Chicago Bulls run in the second quarter to make sure that it ended in a tie at 57 all for the Phoenix Suns and the Chicago Bulls. Caruso, the man, played 13 minutes in the first half, and man, was all 13 minutes with the seconds included needed from Alex Caruso. And the Chicago Bulls end up finishing the third quarter on an 8-0 run. It's crazy. And then they took on that 8-0 run, led it on into the fourth quarter to go on a 16-0 run. And that was quite shocking to me, just simply because in that type of situation, you know what I'm saying, that's something that the Chicago Bulls are supposed to pull off against the Phoenix Suns. Because also, not only did they go into the fourth quarter and a few minutes into the fourth quarter, the Chicago Bulls went on a 16-0 run for 7 minutes. 7 minutes to in the fourth quarter and going into overtime. The Chicago Bulls held the Phoenix Suns to 0 points. Almost 8 minutes of actions without no points, and the Phoenix Suns still win this game. Man. But hey, got to give a quick shout out to Grayson Allen. I don't really rock with him so much, but got to give him a shout out. He balled out tonight. Y'all heard the points mentioned before, 26 points. Golly. For the Chicago Bulls side, DeMar DeRozan, absolutely trash. Absolutely trash. I understand that if you look at the box score, and my man's gave you the Bulls some buckets. He gave you 22 points, but hey, it wasn't that damn good. Wasn't that very impressive. I ain't gonna lie to you, but hey, 6 of 20 from the field, 1 for 3, 1 for 4 from the 3-point line, and 9 of 11 from the free throw line. Gotta give him a little kudos to that. But if you're looking at the entirety of the game, you be like, hey, DeMar, you tripping, my boy. But hey, the Suns, they did what they had to do. They won this game. Now, the way that it ended, the Chicago Bulls handled their business, and they kept it tight and they kept it close, and both settling back and forth for, you know what I'm saying, for the majority of the game, minus the first quarter, the first few minutes of the first quarter. But in that, you know what I'm saying, but in that overtime, I think one of the key moments in that overtime is when the Chicago Bulls had a lead over the Phoenix Suns. About a minute left. The Phoenix Suns missed a shot. The Chicago Bulls gathered the rebound, and Billy Donovan, with 2 timeouts left, didn't call a timeout. Me personally, I would have called a timeout with that minute left, drew up something, make sure that we put points on the board, make sure that we got a great basket, Because, bro, what are we holding on to timeouts for? You ain't gonna be able to take them home with you. You ain't gonna be able to take them to the barbershop with you. You ain't gonna be able to take them to the liquor store with you. So Billy Donovan, with 1 minute left, I feel like that would have been a great opportunity to call timeout, settle you guys down, and say, hey, let's go put the ball in the basket so we can extend this lead. The Chicago Bulls didn't do that. They allowed the Brooklyn Nets to do what they do. And then with like 0.1 left, you know what I'm saying? They had a entry pass go in to Zach LaVine trying to tap it in. You know what I'm saying? With the chances of that is not that very high. And the Chicago Bulls lose. But hey, it is what it is. That's just how we got to call it. It is what it is. Now the Chicago Bulls fall to 3-6 on the season, while the Phoenix Suns move 4-4. But hey, that's it for me. Just going ahead and giving y'all that quick update. The Chicago Bulls, they lose in overtime to the Phoenix Suns on Bradley Beal's debut. I don't think he was particularly good in tonight's game, but he will get his feet under him and he will be better. But for the right now, the Chicago Bulls fall to 3-6 to the Phoenix Suns. And hey, that's it for me. Make sure you hit the comment box. Let me know your thoughts on this game. Let me know how you're feeling about it all. And we're going to go wrap it up. But hey, I'm going to catch y'all on the next one for
Cognac. Gang.